Hi, welcome back to another ARCHICAD speed modeling tutorial, also referred to new as ASM Tech Base. I will show you in this tutorial how to create a nice modern office ceiling. As you can see, we'll have some horizontal panels, vertical panels, and some lights. Okay, let's jump right into it. So we got here, for the benefit of the tutorial, I made sort of a schematic 2D drawing for you to see what we want to achieve. So we got, let's call those ones horizontal, and there will be the vertical ceiling parts. I've got 3.3 meters in between here, and as you can see, I like to, where the light goes, it will be 300 mil, and then we got just the beams of 200, and I got a gap of 200. So you can refer to this anytime and rewind the tutorial if you get lost. So I've got here just simple to start with, obviously, you know, just the floor, some windows, and we can start with the ceiling now. So I drew this spline and we'll use this now to create this ceiling shape. I will start with, let's start with the horizontal ones. So I go and use the shell tool for this, you know, just normal settings. Let's put it on, yeah, beam is fine, there's some material, and let's put this on 0 for now. So okay, all right, to start our first piece of this shape, we click here and we go 200, enter, and just enter again, and we'll ask you now for the extrusion lengths, which I have at 2600. I showed you this before. That's the 2600 we need in between here. The thickness here we got 200, that's fine too. Now I like to sweep this along this spline with the multiply tool. What I do is I spread this first at 400 because it's 200 and I want a 200 gap. You gotta pick a path before input and it has to rotate to the path. Click OK, zoom in a bit. So you click on the spline, there you go, and now you gotta start down here. You want to tell it where to start. If I click up here, that's no good. You gotta start right at the bottom here, click again, and now it will sweep, as you can see, along this spline. Okay, see now, see that's, let's click, okay. Now the spline just finishes here, and for me what I did is the spline finishes at the end of this wall. Okay, so if I have a look, I'm quite happy with this, that's close enough, it's just a small gap, so delete this one. Alright, cool. So we got this, to show you quickly, select 3D, perfect, oops. Alright, that looks great. So what I want to do with this obviously is now we have to rotate this, and that's why I use the shell tool and not like the wall or the slab, because the shell tool you can rotate in 3D in elevation sections. So let's move this down. So I'm definitely in the view of my elevation, open it. There we go. So we take all this. Actually, you know what? I gotta make sure. I want to actually make sure I group this. Don't need this one. Didn't want to move this. Let's drag this back quickly. The spline. But those ones I want to group. Okay, so we group them, and now we go and open this elevation. Great. Select, and we just simply rotate this shape. Great, so that's the first one. Let's just move this and I'll show you, you know, obviously this will fit here. Okay, let's move it a bit towards there. I'll leave this there for now and I fit them in after because it's easier to understand what we're doing. So the next bit is I like to do the same thing again with my spline, but I want to do, well, like I said, I call them the vertical ones. So I use again the shell tool, and this time instead of clicking a piece, I use the magic wand tool and just sweep it along. Extrusion length, this time it's not 2600, it's only 200. I'll show you in a minute why. There we go. Because I only want obviously those 200 here. Okay, so if we take this now, I actually want the shell. There we go. Let's drag this down here again, and we go and move this one. We rotate that one too. There we go. Very nice. So this is my next shape, which then I can move over here. Let's just drag this into line. There we go. And let's drag it down. So this is my first piece there. Alright, so you can see I want to multiply this obviously now by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we take this and increment, don't need that one, and we just say 7. Okay, and we go from here. Oops, a bit further up. There we go. Okay, what we got now are those ones. Okay, there we go. So we got those ones. Actually, as you can see, there is, yeah, I got to flip them. You see, it doesn't follow exactly. So you have to flip those pieces. There you go. There you can see you can flip them. Okay, so obviously I have to go down, and yeah, it did move a bit here. So you have to make sure you move them into place. All right, let's do that. Yeah, so select them again, and we have another quick look. So they should be now, yeah, they fit perfectly now. Okay, great. So next bit is we do now the single beams on that side. So what I want to do is, because I want to change actually the material, so I select this and just drag a copy. Actually, before I drag a copy, see this one, I want to change the material. Got this way over here, but that's okay. So we go and say, let's do this as beam 1. I had somewhere here, there we go. Okay, so now I can drag some copies. So I like to drag a copy from here to there, and we do another one, we do there, and deselect. So let's see where we are at now. So, okay, yeah, see, that's perfect. That looks pretty good to me. All right, let's get back here. I can just see actually that this one here, if we extend this, was not quite where it should be. See that? So let's just move the lot quickly. It's just easier for me to make sure it all fits nicely. So move this up to that inside edge. Great, this is great, this is great. So the lights in between I do in a moment, but let's just duplicate this along now. So what I do is, it's a benefit sometimes for you to as feedback. So actually you see at the moment I've got the pen on this collar. So let's just change the pen. Now this is always a good question. Let's just try to change this one to purple. Right, I didn't do it. Alright, let's go down. Must be those ones. Purple and purple. Let's try that one. Yeah, it's slightly different. I should have used a different color, but you know what I mean. So now I know those beams have a different material. Okay, so moving along, we take now, actually multiply. So roughly those two will be 1, 2, 3, yeah, maybe 4. Let's just have a look. Should have looked before, but that'll do for now. So multiply, and we do increment, no vertical displacement. Let's do 5. I can always delete, that's all good. 5, and we go okay. And I go now from this middle line here all the way up there, and let's see what happens. Yeah, not bad. See, I can always extend this. So let's have a quick look. I started horizontal. Yeah, let's leave that there. I think that's good. So what I do is I will extend those ones here. For now, let's move this. Whoops. Yeah, suspend groups. So we move this out for now, and this one here too. I'll adjust this later when I at the end put everything together. So select these ones all the way. Obviously we don't need this here, so deselect, deselect. Yeah, that looks good. So let's drag them, and from here go all the way to there. Alright, I think that's looking good for now. Let's have a quick look in 3D. That's what we got for now. Not too bad. Alright, let's keep going. I will show you how to do the lights in between. That'll be exciting because there's a bit of, well, I call it cheat sweep, as we can't sweep in ARCHICAD, but I can show you how to get close to it. So, back to my spline. What do I do? How do I sweep now this light which has a round diameter along this spline? So what I did is we can go into the profile, and I created a light round. Show you, very simple. It's a fill, 150 mil diameter, and oops, I really got to change that. Oh, no, there you go. Yeah, so it is a fill, I applied override surface, a light. Okay, and obviously you can use it as a wall, beam, column, or handrail. So let's close this up. So what I'm using for this is actually a beam. So let's go and open this, and we will choose our light round. Okay, same here. Gotta go for light. Perfect. Ceiling, fine by me for now. And height wise, let's put it on 0. So what you do is now you space click, and as you can see, if I go into 3D, this is not a bad sweep at all. It actually looks pretty good. Okay, now before we continue, this is an important part now to make sure that the light fits the way it should fit. So as you can see, when we swept the beam along, it is not quite in the middle, because I should have checked this. You know, if I go on 0 here, it'll be in the middle. Now I have to quickly check. Take the spline, and we drag a copy down, and we sweep again the shell just to confirm. Yeah, it's swept down, but I remember we flipped it, so it's flipping up. Okay, so there you go. So the lights I'm creating here, they have to be flipped up. Okay, so I can delete this again, and we select our beams, and we go 70, hang on a second, middle, yeah, I got to go one side. Let's try 75. No, let's try minus 75. Yeah, so now this is the same sweep sort of as we had with the shell tool, so that should all work. Great, so move this down here. Oh, I didn't really move. Stupid spline. Let's drag that back up. Okay, as we can't obviously rotate a beam in elevation, so I have to convert this now to a morph. Alright, great. So if I go now and have a look at the section or elevation, we got the morph, and we can now rotate our light. There we go. So that should have been nicely rotated. Let's have a look. Yeah, that looks great. Now I can move this into place. So let's drag this. We go right at the end here, and we move it there. And to make sure it's in the middle, we drag again and you hold shift down, because I really want to make sure, shift down, the green dashed line, so I got it exactly in the middle. Now we can multiply this by, you can see it's 300, spread it 300, 3. We don't need to pick a path and just click around somewhere here, because it will do exactly the distance of 3. See? There you go. So we go up. You obviously have to hold shift in a moment and click again. Now you've got everything selected but one, so select this piece too, the light, and let's group this in case I gotta do something with it. Alright, let's see if that looks okay. Okay, almost. It's a little bit low and I think I know why. Let's go over here. Yes, it's a little bit low. It's not quite at the top of the slab, so that's easy fixed. So select this and we move them up. Okay, turn around. It's looking pretty good. Let's go inside. Yes, that is good. I like it, I like it. All right, good. Next step. I have to close up the room a bit, also the ceiling on top. At the moment is the sunlight coming through. So I will now take one of those and I copy that, drag a copy this way. And we will have to have a look at this elevation. So, okay. Now, I don't know how to select the one I just moved, so gotta cheat a bit. I'll take this, moving this way, and let's go back. Oh, there it is. Because I obviously need to go this exact distance further out, otherwise it doesn't work. So what we do is, so to do this, as you can see in a moment, this unfortunately doesn't work. As example, I would like to extend it. It's going inside and it can make it smaller, but I don't want that. I want to go obviously outside, and it seems to not want to do it. Okay, so we have to improvise. So what we do is we go back to our spline. Let's just copy that spline. Go here and we paste this in. There we go. Okay, so let's try to offset this spline by 200. Let's just click in here and we should be able to offset. Yeah, that looks good. 200. Okay, that's an interesting one. It adds some more polygons. I haven't seen that before, but you know what? It still looks nice and smooth. I'm happy with that. Now, obviously, I can take this one, space click, and we sweep again. Oops, we can't sweep in here. There you go. So gotta now copy this and go to our floor plan, paste it in. There we go. And let's sweep it here. All right. And don't forget, you gotta flip it. And we have to turn it again. So you go to this one and open. And let's just rotate that around. Great. That's the one. So this one should now fit over there. Let's see if it does. Don't need this one, hopefully. And we move here. Okay, so let's move out here and we should be able to extend this all the way. Let's go all the way from out there, and here we just go there. Not 100% confident, but let's have a look. Oh yeah, oh yes, this is good. Lovely. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's change the material of this. So let's change this. We're doing concrete panel for now. That will do. Just give us a different material so I can see what's happening. Okay, looking good. So as you can see, what we have to do obviously is you gotta close this off. Now, how do we do this? You see, on all sides. That's our next step. So I want to go this way first, and I like to copy one of those. Okay, so what I do is I want to close off here. Let's take this wall and we just draw one like this over here. Okay, and I want this the same distance away, so I'm dragging this. Alright, go the other side. Actually, you know what? I know how much it is. So I'm going into the middle here. Where are we? There. And we just drag it up by 300. You know what? Not sure. See, you may have to have a look. There we go. Come to the middle. It is 150. It's 350. There you go. Should I put it 350? Just so I have the same distance, that's all. So let's drag this another 50. Because now I can put another beam there. If I have another beam. Oh, actually, you know what? We don't need another beam. There we go. So do this again from the middle. Yeah, it's 150, isn't it? See, that's the way it goes sometimes. Oops, there we go. So we drag this there and we drag by 150 plus. Ah, cool. So that looks the same now. And I drag this back. Oops, hang on. I didn't suspend the groups. So suspend groups. There we go. Don't need the slab out there anymore. Right, and this one again, we obviously move, extend it back to here. Let's have a look. Great. Yeah, perfect. So that's good, and this is now closed off here. So obviously I just extend those walls now because I want to cut them. So take all the walls, go around, and we just extend them up. Okay. And make sure that just extend over. Perfect. And to close this off here, I draw some walls and I'll show you. Take them from the bottom up. Yeah, bottom up. That's right. All the way to there. Yeah, good. See, there we go. So what you do is you take those and yeah. Ah, don't do that. Now here. Yeah, looking good. So let's cut the ones I can cut for now, which are those two. So this one, and this one I can, oops, no, I gotta make sure I get this big piece. There we go. And we say we use roof shells from current selection. Okay, so that's done well. Let's move around, all good. As you can see, obviously this is tutorial, so I have not exactly worked this out here, so I obviously have to cheat a little bit and we'll move all this a bit in. Okay, so where are we here? Yeah, you can see, so there's a gap. But that's cool. So you take the marquee tool and let's just, gotta be sure suspend groups, yep. So we take this and just really, let's move it in here, we're really inside. Yeah, and I closed it off nicely. Yeah, don't ask what happened there. I'll have to fix this in a moment. Yeah, no, that's good. So take this, and we move this down. Yeah, I should have taken that one too, hey? Oh, yeah. Funny things happening with software sometimes. There you go. So, all the way around, and I have to have a quick look what's happening here, okay? I think what happens sometimes it doesn't seem to clean up, so but you see the construction lines, they are together and should clean up, but you have to cheat in this case. So what I do is go back here, I'll show you quickly. See, now this is going all the way here, so we just have to, if you go back here, it will automatically clean up. So what you have to do is you gotta zoom in, go there, and say x1 minus, which is 1 millimeter gap. And that will do for now. It's small gap, you can hardly see it. You gotta be really zooming in to see that. So if I go now back inside, let's see what we have. So 3D inside. That's starting to look pretty good actually, especially with all that furniture in here. Look at that. I like it a lot actually. Okay, let's just do a quick render, but you know what, we really should change this boring wall. So let me do that quickly. Yeah, that looks much better. Okay, just move a bit back, and then we can do a quick render. Okay, that's not too bad for some quick render settings. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I see you back next time. Bye for now.